Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Muley Story Monday. This week we got something special for you. Those of you who subscribe to our channel, we're going to be doing a giveaway. So what we're going to do is go through our subscribers list at the end of this week. So Monday we'll announce the winner. Anyways, we're going to be giving away a bow snatcher. If you haven't seen these before, I'll put the link to their website in the description of this video. But so you attach this piece to your bow, and this will be on your backpack, and it's just a quick thing, so you can get in, take your bow off and on really quick. It's actually really cool. So anyways, if you guys want to try to win that, subscribe to our channel. We're going to be giving away one of them on Monday. So anyways, thanks for watching. Here we go. All right, today we're here with Cydnee McGuire and CJ again, and we're gonna hear about these two bucks she shot. They're so freaking big. That one has mass forever. So anyway, we'll let them tell us the story.
Hey, this is my 2014 buck. It started off with the day that I was sick, like the past 2 days or 3 days, and it was towards the end of the muzzleloader hunt, and my dad came upstairs and woke me up, and he was like, "Hey, let's go hunting." And I was like, "No, I really don't want to. I don't feel good." And he was like, "Come on, let's just go," or whatever. So I was like, "Okay." So we got up and we drove all the way up on the mountain, and it was like 7:30. We drove down the road, and we've seen him before, before the archery hunt started, so we knew he existed, but we saw him. We drove down the road and we saw him run across. My dad, I was doing something, I was probably sleeping. My dad was like, "Cydnee, get out of the car, hurry." So I got out and my dad ranged him. He's about 150 yards away. I shot him open sight with a muzzleloader, what is it, a TC. And I didn't think I hit him at first because he didn't really move. So my dad reloaded the gun again, and I shot again and I missed, and then they took off, and my dad took me out, and so we started hiking towards him to go see if we could see blood, and I was dying because my dad's tall, he's 6'6", so I was like running to keep up with him, and I was sick, and I was hacking, and he was getting mad at me, and so and then we got up there, and he was behind a bush that we didn't see, and he jumped up and ran again. So my dad was like, "Let's go back to the truck and call your brother." So we got back to the truck and called CJ up and to have him come up here, and then my dad took me out again, and we went up through this little draw, and he was already bedded down when we saw him, and my dad, I couldn't see him to shoot my gun with. So my dad kind of lifted me up a little bit, so I was leaning on him and shooting. And I shot him, and it was heart shot, and that was it.
So he just dropped.
Yep.
That in his tracks. That's awesome.
And 2 days before she actually killed us, I was out with my brother-in-law, and no one was on the mountain. It seemed like we were the only ones out there, and there was just deer moving everywhere. And he ended up killing a nice buck. And so I called my dad that night and said, "I think you need to talk your daughter, Cydnee, into coming up, and because no one's up here and there's deer moving, so I think she'll have a good chance." And I didn't know they had done that. And at the time I was working with my dad, and it was about 7:30. I was just getting ready to head down to St. George from Cedar, and the phone rings, and it's my dad, and I was like, "Huh, I wonder what this is for." He's probably telling me to bring something or other, and he calls and he says, "You better get your butt up here. Your sister just hit a big one." And I was just like, "Okay, you don't have to tell me twice. I'll stick out and work, come help." And so I loaded up and went down, and I mean, after he called me, it didn't take him long to find it and finish it off. So by the time I got there, everything was done. But yeah, walking up on this thing, he told me on the phone, he said, "It is a giant." And then I think he ended up getting a hold of me just before I got there, and he says, "You are gonna crap your pants when you see how big this is, because I can tell you it's big, but you don't know how big it is until you actually see it."
Yeah. And
so when I walked up on it, I was just like, "Oh man, this thing is freaking massive and heavy." He's just got, I mean, this is the coolest buck. And at the point, you know, she didn't seem as happy because she was sick, and I don't think she really understood what she did. She does now. But, I mean, to walk up on that buck was
oh, I can't even imagine.
She did kind of, even though she was sick, she was kind of sitting there just like, kind of, you know, bubbly-eyed, just like, look at this thing, you know.